Welcome back to another episode of the Triple Crown podcast with your host, Colby Cox, Joseph Temp, and Jonah Gamble, who is out for this episode because he is in a meeting. Today, we have a very special guest, former running back at NC State and current Indianapolis Colt, Trent Pennix. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
How's everything been going?
Everything's been going good. Just finished up my first month pretty much up there with the Colts, doing OTAs and then mini camp, and really just getting the feel of being in an establishment where it's strictly business, where it's completely different from college football. Uh, it's literally a job at this point, and like you're pretty much just trying to fight to keep your spot on that team and just pretty much not get cut. And you pretty much got to be on your P's and Q's every single day. And so ever since I've been back, I just been focusing on my body, trying to stay in the playbook as well. So it's coming fresh next week when I report. And then just working out, just staying in shape, watching what I put in my body, make sure I'm within my right weight range so I don't get fined. And that fine it's crazy because it's like I know it's our first year, probably like 700 something per pound, and it only goes up from there. So that is crazy just to think about that. And I just remember talking with my strength coaches. Mike told me, he said, "Yeah, Shane and Chris, they don't play about that. They're serious about that. Maybe other teams might be a little lenient, but them two, they like for the Colts, they don't play around with weight. So I took that to heart, and I really just been focused on myself, just trying to make sure I'm ready to rock and roll next week, and all gas, no brakes, and try to make this team."
That actually kind of leads me into something. What did you notice was the biggest difference going from college and then getting in those OTAs with the NFL guys?
Just realizing how much more mature everybody is. Like you're going from 18 to 23-year-olds to 21-year-olds on. Like you got guys that's up to their 40s. You got guys that have wife and probably three kids, and it's just that's how you realize like that. Like I remember when I first pulled up to the facility, I had to hit a U-turn back to Starbucks and really just collect myself. I was like, because I it was like some kind of feeling I had once I saw the facility just in my vision. I was like, whoa, like let me calm down, let me like I'm here, like it's business, it's all like work now. So you just gotta really just grind and really just keep your faith and just wherever God, whatever God's plan is for you, it will work out regardless. So
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
seeing that photo of you at OTAs too. You looked way bigger than when I saw you on draft night.
yeah, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty heavy. I think that was probably like right at my limit, 237. And now I trimmed down a little bit, so probably like 233 right now. Trying to trying to manage between 233, 235. But I know when I practice, I'll lose a lot. Like it's just because I'm a heavy sweater. It's just natural to me. So I just gotta constantly keep pumping fluids every time I practice. So I'm not dropping 10 pounds every practice and then trying to gain it back for the next day. Because if you don't gain that weight back, not only are you hurting the team, like you hurting yourself. Like physically, you're gonna hurt yourself. Like it's gonna have heat related injuries, cramps, all that. And I think is like I done been through it, and it's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. I probably taking IV. Remember taking IVs. Uh, we had these drinks called banners. It's like some kind of sodium hydration drink.
Yeah.
And so I constantly I remember at state I would always constantly chug those, put a drip drop in the drink. So I'm quadruple, and it's just I don't know. It's just I just trying to find out. I feel like that's the whole cool part about it too in college. Like trying to really that's really a time to really figure out yourself. So figuring out your body and knowing what your body is used to, what it likes and what it doesn't. So that whole time, and then now as a professional athlete, now you know what you need to put in your body and what not put in your body. So now you got to carry yourself as a professional on a daily basis, and or else it's gonna show on the long run. So
What was it?
Yeah.
You got some, Colby?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask when you said it's $700 fine for every pound you. How often do you guys weigh in? Because that's actually insane.
so we didn't weigh in during OTAs. The weight starts when we report next week. So yeah, so like every day I gotta be between, so my threshold is 227, 237. I don't like getting in the 20s because I feel like I don't have too much uh like in my trunk to be blocking these guys. Like
Yeah.
whereas compared to if I'm like in my 30s, closer to the 40s, I have a little more junk in my trunk where I can hold my ground because like these are, yeah. Like I remember the first practice with the vets, I saw DeForest Buckner and all the D linemen. I'm like, bro, like these guys are huge. Like I mean, I seen big guys in SEC schools, in college, but when you get to the NFL, like this is a grown man right here, like literally a grown man. So that's financially free. Like
What'd you play at last year?
you said what?
What'd you play at last year? What weight?
I was about right here, about 235, 230, about that range. Sometimes I'll get up to 240. I say I got up to 240 around Thanksgiving, of course. Yeah,
A couple extra meals.
yeah, a couple extra meals.
What was it like? Because you played running back before you switched to tight end, right?
Yeah.
What was it like going running back, tight end at state, and then going back to running back for camp?
Yeah, so yeah, I came into college as a running back and played on special teams and as a role player, third down role player. Then I remember after the 2020 bowl game when we played Kentucky, I played a little bit of tight end. I remember I was in the I formation as a fullback, matter of fact, and then that translated into the offseason where my Coach Goebel and Coach Rope at the time, they talked with each other and they thought it was the best interest in me and the team that I switch over there and I could be a huge aspect in the offense moving into 2021 and 2022. So I just ran with it, and it was kind of hard at first because uh, even in the league now, cause you the running back position is pretty much telling you what you're doing. Whereas a tight end, you pretty much got to study it like you're a quarterback. Like you could be put anywhere. You could be put in the hip. You can put in line, split out, backfield, I formation. Like you could be anywhere. So that's really like you got to study conceptually. Like wherever you be, you got to know if there's a check. You got to know that as well. And compared to like RB. I mean, I love RB, but I feel like I fell in love with tight end at the time, just blocking. Like that's really where I first started getting my mojo and confidence was blocking. I knew I could block. I knew I was strong to hold my ground. I remember the first pancake I had in the game against a DN. I remember it was Boston College. He was a big DN. I forgot his name, but he was a really good DN because I remember he was high on our scouting report. So I remember when and it was crazy. I was looking at the sideline. I came off the ball late, like probably a second late, because I remember I was low key confused. I'm like, what I was supposed to be doing, and I'm like slowly putting my hand down, but looking at the side. But I'm forgetting that the play is about to start. And then as soon as I saw the play start, like I don't know, I just next thing you know, I just found my hands inside of him, just dragging him into the ground. I was like, oh my, I was like, well, if I could do this on time, like I feel like it would have been better. But it's just really, I just want to show like these coaches like y'all can really put me anywhere. Like despite I know I'm not a legitimate tight end, I'm not no 6'6", 250 tight end, but I can play like one. Like I have the mentality to be strong enough to block bigger guys. I don't care who's in my way. Like it's part of the game. Like I'm doing it for my team. I'm blocking for my players, and I'm not letting nobody touch the ball carrier at all. And obviously that's the job. Like you don't want nobody touching. It's not a good feeling when your guy specifically tackles the ball carrier because I mean at the end of the day, like you're gonna get chewed out next day in the meetings, and then uh you're probably gonna get chewed out right in the sideline, and you're gonna get taken right out the game. So it's not really a good feeling. So I just feel like the confidence going into the tight end room is that going in 2021. I had some success leading into the second half of the season, and we didn't finish the bowl game because I remember we were supposed to play in San Diego against UCLA in the Holiday Bowl, and it was probably 3 days before. I mean, no, 3 hours before. Literally, as we finish our morning walkthrough, we go back to our room, just calm down, get ready for the game, meditate, do what we got to do. And we get a message talking about the game's canceled. And I was like, there's no way that really just happened. Cause like, I mean, it was cool being in Cali because that was my first time ever being in California, but it kind of like it really upset me because our whole team knew we was about to whoop up on them. We knew we was about to give it to them. So we didn't know if this was out of fear or if they really did have COVID issues at the time, which I mean I think they did. But it confused me at the same time because if y'all have COVID issues, why is some of y'all's players out and about walking downtown when y'all supposed to be locked in a hotel? So I don't know. It kind of like upset me, but I mean, like life's not gonna wait for nobody. You just got to keep moving. Obviously, we won by default, so we took the trophy home. Trophy, I passed the trophy that every day, and I just smile at it because it's like, bro, we really should have played that game. We would have. It would probably would have been the best bowl game in years that NC State has ever had all time, man. Uh, well, that didn't happen, and then so we going into the next season, I got hurt, fractured my scapula, missed about half the season, came back, tried to play again, but then couldn't really uphold my shoulder that much. So sat that one out, and then last year did the best I could with Coach and I coming in from UVA, and he also brought Coach 2J. It was really cool being with Coach and I as well. Just seeing the dynamic he coaches with and all the creativeness that he has in his plays, especially with KC and his best weapons on offense. Like, and that's why I'm eager to see what he's gonna do this year when he got Justin Jolly, he got Noah, right? He got a lot of weapons to utilize on that offense. So I'm ready to go and see what they gonna produce this year. I honestly feel like they can make the college football playoff this year. If they really put their mind into it, like they really lock in, like they say they want to, they can really achieve that. Because I mean, it's 12. It goes up to 12 this season.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a huge chance to really shock the world and shock Raleigh, North Carolina, put Raleigh on the map. Basketball already did that a few months ago, men's and women's. They already started playing Raleigh on the map. So now it's us. We kind of started putting Raleigh on the map, but now it's time for them to put a stamp on it. Like this is us. Like we here, we arrived. Like this is NC State. So like now, like whoever's coming up against us, like just know what y'all finna get. Y'all ain't finna get what y'all had in the past years, the mediocrity. Y'all not finna get that. Y'all finna think we're Bama at this point. So that's why I feel like just watching their spring game this year, just they're gonna be good. But going back to the question, also going to draft day. Uh, um, I'm talking with teams, and the Colts call me, and they Coach DeAndre Smith, the running backs coach over there, he called me, and it's crazy. He said to me, he was like, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I was like, the name definitely sounds familiar, but I was like, no, sir, not really. And then he told me, he was like, yeah, I recruited you when I was at UNC out of high school. He was like, I went to your game when you played Heritage against Drake, Thomas, not Thayer was gone. Ricky, who else? Joseph Boltopatelli and Joe Kane. Like they had nothing but straight weapons. And that's why I think they still had Coach Washington on their staff as well. And that was a good game. I remember Dorn was there, UNC was there, Louisville was there, all the teams was there. So it was like when he said that, like that made me realize, oh, like, I didn't even know he was with the Colts because I mean I haven't really been keeping up with him, but like just going into the room with him, like he's a great coach. Like learning from him, Jonathan Taylor, and all the other running backs in the room. I'm going into a room with I make it 6 now. So there's 6 running backs in the room. Obviously it's going to be a battle this camp, trying to make the team or just pretty much keep my spot. So I just I remember coming in rookie meetings. Just I remember after vets will leave during OTAs, rookies will always stay later in the day and meet with coaches. And so like I feel like I got a lot of knowledge doing that one-on-one sessions with Coach Smith, and just him as a person and as a coach. Like that's really what I value in a coach, like someone that really cares about your well-being and also that has character, like that knows that, not really uptight all the time, like he really enjoys the company of his players, if that makes sense. And I enjoy his company. He's a great guy to be around, always laughing, always smiling, always cracking jokes. All the running backs, we all get along with each other. And also when I met Jonathan Taylor, Trey Sermon, Evan Hall, Goody, Xavier Scott, like those guys are really good guys. And I always ask them, like, I'm not afraid to ask them any questions. Like if I have a question, I'm gonna ask it. But I feel like just leaning on them and following their footsteps and being patient. I feel like if I constantly just keep leaning in on them, trusting in myself as well, with staying in this playbook as well, I feel like just go this running back position is really about to take off. And then just also switching back to the running back room, it's crazy because like I now being in a perspective of a tight end, now you kind of understand more of what's going on around you, like mesh concepts, corner concepts, smash concepts. Like you understand it all. And then when you're doing man, like before I switched over to tight end, I didn't really know how to really run routes against coverages, because all the running back really do is run flat, a wheel, or swing. Like, but you go to the tight end, like there's different variations according to what kind of coverage it is that you got to run your route. So just learning all of that and taking it back into the running back room, like this double team is going to tight end tackle, they're going to triple up over here, so you're not going to push it front side, so you're going to push it back side. And it's just cool seeing how it all falls back into a circle with going back to square one, like in high school, like pretty much having fun and just uh like doing, like pretty much accomplishing the goal on the playbooks and whatnot. So I just try to really just bury my head in this playbook. So like there's no like confusion. Like if I know if something happens, if there's a change, if there's an audible, if there's a check, if there's a kill, I already know what the next play is about to be, and I can play fast and free. So I just running back room is it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You get the ball. I love to get the ball. That's the thing, because I remember in college, like Coach Dorn asked if I wanted to switch over in my going into my sophomore year. He asked if I wanted to switch over to linebacker, and I was like, I mean, he was like, it was either you be like a role player on offense, or you could have a shot at being too deep in LBs. And I mean, some people might say it was a dumb decision, but I feel like personally, I had the faith in myself that I could compete and still hold my ground, still still prove to these coaches what I have and what I can do with the ball if the opportunity is presented. So
Yeah, you got some versatility too. Special teams, tight end. I mean, teams can use you, so
mhm.
it's
And that's really the whole dynamic of the league now. Like you want to be
versatile.
the most versatile you can. Like you want to learn as much as you can. You don't want to just be that one trick pony, because once that goes out the door, like you don't play special teams. Like what else can you do unless you're a guy like Pat Mahomes, Devontae Adams? Like unless you them, like you ain't gotta worry about that. But if you're like a guy like me, like late round, undrafted, you want to get involved in special teams as much as possible. That's always harped on. Even starters like our guys, EJ Speed, Zaire Franklin, like they're even sitting front row in special teams meetings, still invested because they might be called up, but like they've also been on special teams, but they even though they're starters, they still take pride in learning more on what they can do to still help this organization win championships.
You got to survive as long as you can.
Literally. Because and the thing is, especially in the running back room, like running backs, a lifespan of running back in the league is not really that long at all. So you want to create more value to yourself, so these coaches and the GMs can trust you to that you want them to pay you to stay. So that's what you got to prove. Uh, that's just a message in general to all athletes. Like you want to just start now. Like if you're in high school, middle school, whatever it is. Like I know like people don't like. I know it's terrible running down special teams, especially on kickoff after you just ran on offense. But at the end of the day, that's the thing that's still gonna keep paying bills. That's what's gonna keep providing for your family. That's what's gonna provide you in the long time. So in the long run. So that's you're gonna have to make sacrifices eventually in your life. That's all life is making sacrifices to benefit you and the people around you. So
We got a special teamer in here.
Yeah, we do. Long snapper, baby. Let's go.
yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Like I remember Coach Goldberg, he was our Titans coach, he was telling me, he was like, you might want to learn like long snapping as well. Like he was like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys that look for tight ends to long snap. So I was like, I mean, I'll do it. Even our coach, our special teams coach, Mason, he was asking, he was like, who wants to snap? Like, who wants to snap? I mean, I didn't hop out there, but yeah, but that is a thing that special teams coaches in the league, like they don't care what you do. Like if you can kick a ball, if you can snap, like he wants you. Like he wants to eat, and honestly, he wants to help you stay in the league. So that you just got to take an initiative to do your part so he can help you solidify your spot.
Good thing for you being with the Colts. You have a damn good long snapper on that team. You probably
Oh,
don't know, but Luke Rhodes is insane.
oh yeah, he is. He cool. He a cool guy.
He's jacked too.
Yeah,
Tim, you need to look up this guy. He is
he
huge.
is. For a long snapper, I was like, bro, there's no way. Because I thought he was a linebacker. I was like,
Yeah.
until we came into meetings and, you see all the specialists in the locker room playing ping pong. I was like, oh, you're a snapper? Like, there's no way you're a snapper, bro.
I got to look him up.
He makes $2 million a year, so highest paid long snapper ever.
That has to be life. Like that has to be just a man. Man.
Not taking any hits though.
Yeah, I mean,
unless you wanna.
Yeah, unless you want to take a hit, you can hit the returner. But I mean, other than that, like you're also protected by the ref. So
right,
you can't have nobody lined up on you. You can't have nobody jump up over you, and you gotta. Well, I think you got to give time for you to lift your head up, right?
Yep, you got to lift your head up, but half the time it doesn't happen. But it's whatever. But yes, you don't get hit nearly as much as anybody else.
Yeah.
So were you said you were injured. Was that so? I was at Mississippi State when we played y'all at NC State. Well, it was at Mississippi State. Were you injured that year?
Nah, I was there.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He wanted to.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. We definitely should have won that though.
Y'all were better.
The thing is, I kind of messed it up at the end, low key, because I had an unsportsmanlike. I pushed somebody in the back because the thing is, I thought I saw one thing, but apparently it didn't happen. I thought my boy Bam got pushed, so I was like, bro, you're not gonna push my guy. Next thing you know, they showed the replay. He did not get pushed, and you see him going over there and shoving him. I was like, and then so just from that 15-yard penalty, our kicker missed the field goal.
Yep.
He missed a field goal out, and all the coaches, you can already know, like, like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I already know the vibes right now. I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody, bro. I know I got teammates coming over here, pat me. You're good, man. Don't listen to him. You're good. I was like, bro, no, it's not good, bro. We're finna lose, bro. I was like, I low-key just lost us the game, dude.
Yeah.
And them cowbells too. Oh my God.
Yeah. I liked him when I was there, but yeah, I've been the whole man away team there, so I've been on both sides there.
It's crazy over there.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, not to mention they opened off the game on a return. Like it
Kick
made
return?
our special coach Goebel was so pissed. He, I don't even want to go over that meeting. Like it was
Oh,
not
yeah.
a good meeting at all. Like he literally fried every person that was on that because I mean it started with one person that I mean he just said forget his assignment and just did what he wanted to do and opened up a big gap. And next thing you know, I'm looking at bro just hauling to the other side. I was like, bro, there's no way we just started off the game like that. In the SEC, I was like, you can't even. I was like, there's no way you can start off a game that bad against an SEC team because all SEC teams, if they start off like that, they have bigger stadiums, so it's gonna be louder. It's gonna
Yeah.
like this. Whew.
If it makes you feel better, he's on the Raiders now as the kick returner. So
Oh really? Oh
yeah, that's it's gonna make him his money. It's what you've been talking about earlier. So
yeah, it
Have
is.
have Memphis and State played?
yeah, yeah. So I was at Mississippi State when we played Memphis and we lost, and then I was at Memphis when we played Mississippi State and I lost. So I'm 0 for 2 in that game, and I've been on both sides.
Man.
So it was actually the week after we played NC State, we lost to Memphis.
Have NC State
Yes.
and Memphis played?
Yes.
Yeah. I have no idea if NC State and Memphis have played. Not
Oh,
recently,
no.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Not when
Yeah,
you were
probably
there,
not.
right, Trent?
Yeah, at least when I was out, we never played Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
but
Florida State this year, so we'll get in the ACC a little bit.
It's crazy because we didn't even play Florida State last year. And we usually play them every year. Well, that was before the conferences combined and whatnot. But last year was just weird how we didn't play them. Who else? And then we played Clemson. I think our first way early in the season, and we usually play them like later on, like November or October or something.
yeah, I think you guys played them like week 3 or 4.
Yeah, like it was like our first. It was our first. It was definitely our first conference game for sure. I'm trying to think who it was because they came to us. I don't remember.
Who was it? What did y'all have a game day or it was like a packed? It might have been a blackout. I vividly remember y'all scoring on like a corner route to win the game or something.
It was Clemson.
It was Clemson. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
The double overtime. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yup.
remember watching that one. Yeah.
Now I ain't gonna lie, that was honestly the best game day experience of my life in college. For real. Just knowing that you just beat Clemson like after years and years and years of trying to beat them and you finally did it in your house, like that's the best feeling. Just the whole stadium was literally on the field. Like there was not it took me about like an hour just to get from the middle of the field back up to the locker room.
Is that the game you were on the field talking crazy?
Yeah, I had to point him to the locker room after because he was chirping, like he was pushing. All I saw was just him like nudging people out the way, and I was like, all right, bro, like you, like you over here. I was like, now I wouldn't do that over there at Clemson because I know how I get over there in Clemson. And not to mention, y'all let people on the field every game like y'all just won a natty. Like
Right.
I was like, well, isn't that a tradition or something over there that they do?
I think it is. Yeah.
Crazy because I remember my freshman year we played at Clemson, and I remember everybody came on the field, and I had a Clemson dad asking me for my gloves. I'm like, bro, y'all just whooped us. Why you need my? First of all, I need these to practice. I need these to practice, and like, no, you're not getting my gloves.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, bro, how much your parents have meant to you on your journey, and obviously your brother that you lost. How much that's motivated you and they've motivated you.
Just no, go starting with my brother. Like that's really my why as well, along with my parents. Like all three of them, they're literally my why. Like my parents obviously have sacrificed so much for me. Literally been there since day one, and um but my brother, when I found out that I had a brother that passed, before I was born, it kind of like I don't know, it just it just gave me a boost in life. Like obviously it did hurt, but like it also gave me a boost. Like all right, now I got a mission in life. Like literally in life, like I'm supposed to live, not supposed, but I'm going to live this for Travis, and uh literally, and I look up to him literally almost every day, and just looking up at the sky, just knowing that he's looking down at me. And I also have a tattoo on my arm, Psalms 91:11, for he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. And and that's literally what he's doing, is protecting me wherever I go, making sure I'm safe and sound, making sure me and my parents are safe and sound. He's looking after them as well. But also going back to your question though, my parents, like, all the sacrifices taking me immediately after work. My mom working in Cary, having to drive all the way to Raleigh, then driving all the way to practices. Like, it's just so much sacrifice, especially her, that she has done. And then my dad as well. Like they they've always been in my life. Like I've not, and I'm very fortunate to have that. That I've had both of my parents, and they're both alive and well and very healthy at that. But I just thank God for them, and I know that when this whole NFL career takes off, because I'm claiming it. I am a firm believer. I'm praying on it as well. When this gets situated, I even told my parents, like, I'm going to take care of you. Like that's not even a question. Like I don't even see that being a question. Like if I have, like, I would explain to my parents sometimes, like, if I had the money, I would literally give it to you all right now, because like I I don't like asking money from y'all, especially. But and that's the kind of people they are. Like that's why I'm truly thankful. Like they will give me the clothes off their back. Like they will give me their last dime if they don't have it, just to take care of their son. And I'm forever grateful for it. And I literally couldn't imagine my life without them at all. So that they go to every game. Will try to, especially in college. I mean, obviously there was games where it was too far. You couldn't really uh, fly out, and my mom also working on weekends. But when the times that they could, like the closer games, they was always there. Like, and that's like every time it's just an amazing feeling, just knowing that you're putting on a show for the name on your back, the Pennix family, my dad's name. And uh like just knowing that my mom's born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. So I know her family is just super proud of me. I'm super grateful of them. Even though I barely get to see them, I know I'm with them in spirit all the time. And I know they're always checking up on me through my mom, and also contacting me as well. And it's a real family atmosphere, for real, for real. And like that's literally what I depend on, and what drives me as well.
Yeah, your parents are definitely awesome, bro. They welcome me in, no problem. And they can both cook, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I,
They're cooking right, and
I
they're
was
cooking
I
right
was
now.
feasting that day.
Yeah, my mom cooking some pork right now. So,
Pops
but
isn't on the grill right now?
you know what?
Pops isn't on the grill right now.
What's crazy? He just bought a new grill. My mom, we got him a new grill for his birthday, so he's gonna plug that in. But I think he fried some pork chops and some chicken the other day. So yeah, that's one thing, you will never go hungry in this household at all.
That TV barbecue combo is pretty sick too.
Yes.
That's the proper way to do it. I never seen that before, but whenever I get my crib, I'm putting a TV beside the barbecue.
Oh,
So hearing your college journey, because that's the first time I've heard it, and you can look at the stat book and like looked at your roster and everything, and it looks like all smooth sailing. But hearing that you went from running back to tight end, and then they wanted you to move to linebacker, you stuck it out at NC State. Did like what made you not ever want to leave? Because now it's easy to leave. Granted, I left. I was a transfer, but it's easy to just be like, all right, I'm going to pick it up and try it somewhere else. But you showed commitment, and I respect that. So like, what made you do that?
yeah. So what made me stay was, I don't know. I just had a feeling like, and my time to go. Like I remember after my freshman year, I barely played. Like I played my 4 games, red shirt, and that was it. And obviously, I felt some type of way because I had the impression that I was going to come in and ball out, play every game, start, and do what I have to do. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so after the season, I remember talking with my parents. My dad wanted me to transfer, and I had a conversation with him. It's just like I don't know. I feel like something's going to happen. Like you just got to be patient. Like I don't want to harp on this too fast. Like I don't want to jump like on this decision to leave that quick because Lord knows if I leave, who knows what the next opportunity will be like. And even if I did leave, like I don't even know if who knows if it was gonna be a Power Five D1 school like NC State or any of the schools in the ACC. So I just stuck it in there. Like I said, like I just grinded, uh, just to show that like I said, I had something to prove. Like when Doran asked if I wanted to go to defense, I was like, no, like I'm gonna stay here. Like I'm gonna keep showing y'all why y'all should give me the ball and why I will be a key factor in you guys' offense in the future in the next coming years. So I just stuck it out, and then when the switch happened and things started falling in place, like that's when I came to realization with myself. I was like, I'm so glad I didn't leave because I have no clue what would have happened if I left. Like I don't know if I would even still probably be playing football right now.
Right.
But it's just the fact, like going back to the family aspect, like I lean on that, and like if I'm with my boys, if I'm around a group of people that I consider my dogs, my boys, that later on in life, like whenever I get married, they're gonna eventually be in my wedding. So a lot of guys that I don't play with at NC State, like those are lifetime brothers. That's a brotherhood. Like these are connections and friendships that you're gonna carry on for the rest of your life and that everybody's going to remember you. Like, and I remember going into college with my boy Aleem McNeil. Like we've been boys since 6th grade, plays for the Detroit Lions, number 54. And and now that I'm at the stage that he's at, I've always admired him. I would kind of consider him my idol as well, because like he being my best friend since the 6th grade and seeing what he done came up and like now the person he is now, we're the same age, but he came out after 2020. He did 3 and out. I did 6 years. I stayed an extra 3. um and so just seeing what he was doing, I want to follow that. And then eventually I saw my boys Icky and Zonovan Knight get in the league, and it's just like the more people I saw getting in the league, that's like, if obviously they're where I want to be. So I gotta follow the people where I want to follow the right group of people to be where I want to be. And those, I felt like those group of guys like is really like the lifetime brotherhood that I really think that will help me later on in life, even after football. Like whenever I need, like call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. If I'm up, I will answer. So like that's just the trust and loyalty and love that I've had with these guys. Even the recruiting class 2018 coming in, Devin Leary, we had Devin Carter, Ricky Person, Gabe Gonzalez, all these guys like that's no longer there. Peyton Wilson, like main one. It was just we already had a bond before we even stepped foot in the facility. So it's just obviously like over the years, things happened and people left, but we still kept in contact. Like we will always still keep in contact with each other no matter what. And that's what really motivated me to stay here and really thug it out and really prove to the whole university that I'm willing, like I'm not going to give up. I don't care how hard it gets. I know people be quick to leave, but that's not me. I ain't really that quick to quit at something, unless I physically can't do it no more. But I put my faith in God, talked to God, and he led me to the right path and led me to a decision that I needed to stay there. That He has a plan for me, and I'm always gonna trust on Him. So it's only in His timing that things will prevail. So I just gotta trust Him.
Trust God
Love
and trust
that.
your gut.
Yup.
It's it wasn't even just like position changes too. Like even last year dealing with injury, like I know we talked about it. Like
Mm,
we're playing what, 6, 7 games, 8 games
yeah.
with a splint on the foot. But still, every time he got the ball, he was what I think you averaged like 33 yards a game, like per catch last year or something.
Yup. It's that when that happened against Duke. Because my motivation after what happened in 2020, my whole mindset going into my last year in college football, like I remember I sat with Coach Doran, I sat with Coach Anai, and we was talking about like, all right, this is our plan. Like we want to keep you as much available as possible and on that field as possible. So, uh, yeah, it's just trusting the process, man. Just thugging it out. Uh, Yeah, man. It's a lot. It's just so much, man.
There were so many times they could have threw you the ball last year too.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, hey, I can only control what I can control. So, but I mean,
It still worked.
yeah, as long as I feel like as long as I did all I could to help the team's best interest, like that, then that's all you literally can do. Just do your job, your job. Don't try to focus on anybody else's job. Just literally focus on what you're coached to do. Don't try to be this superhero guy doing anything out of the ordinary that you usually don't do because that's usually how your career takes a turn at the worst time. Like when you try to OD on something else that you don't really be doing, like you strain away from God's plan and you're gonna see the consequence. So I just feel like just trusting that process, trusting God, trust you, like you said, trust your gut.
What would you say were your top 3 favorite college games?
I looked at the stats. I know one of them.
But Clemson, 2021 for sure. Uh, I would say you said 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, Marshall last year. That was the first
Yep.
game I ever scored 2 touchdowns. I, I didn't even know how that even happened. How I was wide open. Literally ran the same play twice. And I remember there's guys I was training with on defense. Like it was like, bro, we literally told y'all watch number 6, watch the little delay release. And I burnt them twice, and it's crazy because I was wide open both times. It's like their safety just forgot about it or whatnot. But and then the third one will be the Pop Tart Bowl, my last college game when I had that fake punt return. I mean fake kick, yeah, fake punt,
Yeah.
60 yards. I didn't even think that was even gonna happen because I mean I knew as soon as BA brought it down to like 4th and 4, they was like if BA gets like in a manageable 4th down distance, like get ready for it. So I was like, all right, bet. And so when I saw it and they was like, all right, we gonna run it. I was looking at Dorn. I was like, all right, bet. So we go out there and like as soon as it was just when I first saw, I wasn't trying to like make my because I know they're looking at my eyes. So that's why, like on the tape, like when you see when I shift out into my formation, I'm like pointing to make them think I'm blocking. But nah, as soon as I caught the ball, all I saw was a hole. Pat, my boys Pat and Matt. Those were the 2 shields that I was back there with. They're literally the reasons why that hole opened up because I think Pat pancaked somebody, and then everybody else on the line they held their ground, and then it was just when I saw that nothing but green grass, but like I did see how far it was, and I just the way I was feeling, I was so gassed, I was so tired, so I didn't even know if I was even gonna make it. But I was like, man, let's go, because I just had adrenaline. But when I saw I was getting close to that end zone, I was like, bro, nobody's really about to catch me. That's why I dove because that was my breaking point. That's why I dove, and then that it was just a. I never thought that was even going to happen, and that was probably the longest. No, no, that wasn't the longest, but that was the longest rushing touchdown in my career at NC State.
Yeah, I remember that Marshall game. 3 for 99 and 2 tuds.
If I didn't get tackled for like -2, on like one of these one of the split zone releasing the flat plays, I probably would have got my first 100 game. I never had a 100-yard game. I remember going to 2021. I was three 3 yards shot from not from 100, and that was another. If I could pick five, that would be another one in there, and I would add JMU my very first college game because I remember going against JMU. I mean, obviously, I didn't really play. I probably had like 3 snaps, but it was just a feeling like I'm here, like I'm in college, bro. Like I'm running out the tunnel. Like I remember a little kid, I would be standing in the stands, and now I'm actually running through that smoke. I'm touching Tuffy. I'm running through the cannons and the fireworks and whatnot. I'm seeing the crowd. It smells like football. Feel like football. Like this is really what college football is about. So that's really when I came to realization that I arrived in college football. Actually, no, when I no, when we played Marshall and I messed up my assignment on special teams and got my returner punished. Like, no, he got punished so bad. Rest in peace, Yulee. But Yulee was the guy that hit him. He played at Marshall, and I remember that was my very first special teams play. And I was counting, I was counting my guys, and he was the guy I landed on. He was just all you saw was just this, like a Debo dude. So I was like, bro, there's no way, bro. I was like, so as soon as he got up close to me, I just remember he barely touched me, shoved me out the way, smacked CJ Riley, and the ball came. I saw the ball pop out, and CJ bounced off the turf, and their teammate scooped it up and returned it. I was like, bro. I was like, there's no way. And the thing is, they made it into a 3-point game when that happened. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hear this tomorrow for sure. Gotta have tough skin in the meeting room tomorrow.
The day after meetings are the worst.
Yeah, the worst. Like the thing is, like, regardless how the game went, it's still worse because like you just want to go home. Like,
Yep.
like you're there all day. You gotta lift. Well, at least I know at state we lifted.
We did too. We
Yeah,
lift, practice, meetings.
Wait, y'all practiced?
Full practice the next day.
Oh, okay.
And then we get
we never practice, but we'll do like when we in the lift, like if you played a certain amount of snaps, you'll probably have like 5 tempo runs, and then the rest of the guys they'll do the full amount of tempo runs. So like and you'll go get a massage and whatnot, but they really do take care of their players over there though, utilizing massages and whatnot.
Yeah, we get Mondays off here, so at least they do that completely off.
We see the thing is we had an option. So you had an option to either come in on Monday and do the lift, or you come in at 6:00 on Tuesday on a Tuesday practice and lift. Yeah, I did that once and never again did I do it. Like that was the worst decision. And that's why like everybody like always went on Mondays because we wanted to just hurry up and get it out of the way because regardless, you're gonna get the lift in.
Right.
Because I know with us, we would lift 3 times a week: Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays.
Yeah. I got one last question for you. So going on the lifts, how different is the NFL compared to college? The lifting aspect.
Well, the lifting aspect it's kind of the same. It's this unit that measures power, intensity, and units and whatnot, seeing how explosive you are through an iPad. And we kind of had the same thing at NC State, but not without the iPad. It was like a Tendo unit.
Yep.
It's like
with the string.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had that, but going into to the NFL, like it's the same thing, but you got an iPad. So you scroll, pick your name, and it's like recording. So every rep you're doing is recording, and then you're supposed to write down your average, and you're supposed to really see that average go up. At least that's what they want. But that's really that. And also like I know everything is more coordinated and organized in college. Like you got to come in, foam roll at a specific time and whatnot. Like after you finish lifting, you got to wait for everybody to finish lifting. You finish, you stretching out as a team. Whereas like In NFL, like, I mean, you a grown man. You do what you gotta do. As soon as you're done with your business, you're finished. Like you go, I mean, if you want to do extra work, yeah, you can. But like literally after you're done, you can go do what you gotta do. Go watch some more film. Go get some food or whatnot. And also, another thing that's different is the NFL. They focus more on availability. Like they want to keep their players because there's a lot of money in that building, so they want to keep their aspects as fresh and healthy as they can. They have days broken down. It's like a green day is like red zone day. It's like uh yeah, green days like red zone, short yardage. Uh, Yellow days is like little medium, 30 mediums, a little bit long, and then red days is like full. It's like down the field stuff. So like they do a great job really coordinating it. Really based off how players are feeling as well. They're not trying to kill. Well, like I know, like college, they're not trying to kill you as well, but that's more I remember talking with my trainer Ian. It's more of a development phase. Like, regardless if you're playing or not, like it's still the whole time you're in college. With the strength and conditioning staff, that's all. That's nothing but straight development. They're developing you for the league, pretty much. If you get there, so once you get in the league, like everything comes natural to you and whatnot, and you're to fit the part. Like you're not slinky coming into the league if you're supposed to be big. So that's why I feel like Coach Thunder did a great job preparing me because he's a man with a lot of knowledge. Played at NC State, really great guy, great man, great husband, and a father of two sons, and and a daughter. So I really love that man. It's just all the stuff he done taught me, and going into the Colts facility and still knowing what they're talking. Like when they say this, I already know what they're already talking about because Coach Thunder is so advanced. Like talks with all these other strength coaches from other schools and whatnot. I would say he's probably one of the top strength coaches in the nation as well. He definitely has a lot of knowledge to share with teammates and coaches as well. So that I would say that's the big difference going into the NFL with strength and conditioning.
Oh yeah.
You ready
And
for it,
I
Kobe? You're
oh
next.
hell yeah. Yeah. I would imagine that they're not running half gassers before
yeah,
practice
yeah.
starts, but
That's why I like it because I mean it makes sense. Like you got a lot of money in the building. You don't want to overdo your players, and especially if we got to practice later on that day. So it will
right.
alternate. Like offense would lift one day right before practice, and then switch. Like defense will lift right before practice, and so um, but like it's nothing OD hard before practice because they know what we're finna do. They know everybody's finna bust their butt at practice. So
Yeah. It's
so
pretty
that
much on you to get in shape. That's what they're paying you for.
that's all it is. Pretty much on you to get in shape.
Yeah.
And some more free time,
Mm, that's
which
why
could be a problem for some guys.
yeah, that's why like in the off season. I mean, yeah, you have the free will to do what you want because I mean you ain't gonna have nobody holding your hand. But at the end of the day, when it's time to report back, it's gonna show. Like next week we got a conditioning test, and they're gonna see if you've been doing what you got to do that whole time we was gone, or else you're gonna be in trouble. So, and
What is it? Do you know?
I don't even know yet. I don't even know yet, but I feel like my trainer at State, he's been doing a good job, really just getting me right for it, keeping me in shape, keeping me doing change of direction drills. I remember I was doing drills before Ricky went over to Seattle with him and Devin Carter in the indoor, just doing running back drills, cutting off bags, bag works and whatnot. So
Oh yeah.
gotta keep it fresh.
All right, that's all I got. Colby, you got anything?
Nah, man, that was awesome. I appreciate that. Just hearing you talk about that stuff was cool. Whole new perspective on everything for sure.
For sure.
Man, Jonah would have added some funny in between your stories and stuff. So It's all right,
Yeah.
though. I'll show it to him.
Yeah.
All right.
We might get to run it back one time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can.
yeah, or we'll run it back another time with Jonah too. Jonah's a funny dude.
Yeah. After your first NFL game, if you get free time that next week, I want you to come on here and be like, "Good God, those dudes are huge."
I got y'all. Just let me know.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck this year, man. For real.
Thank you.
Hopefully
Thank you.
everything goes well. Get you on the fantasy team. Give you
Definitely.
some points. There we go.
I got you, man.
All right, my
Hell
guy.
yeah,
I
dude.
appreciate you. I know you head out Monday. I'll talk to you before you head out, but
All right, I'll
I
talk to you.
appreciate you, bro.
I said, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, bro. We'll talk.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm here, boys. Sorry.
He's back.
Back in time for his most important segment.
Little Title IX, the most important. We learned about sexual assault today, how to prevent it, how to, cut it. Not happening. Not happening. So
Is
that's
that your Memphis moment of the week?
No, I have two Memphis. No, all right. Memphis moment of the week. Shout out to the dog, day one boy when I got here at Memphis, Hank Pearson.
Yeah.
Walk on white O lineman for the University of Memphis. Walk on white O lineman for the University of Memphis. Guy grinds, bro. Like, actually, no joke. Like, worked so hard. Ended up playing some like 2 years ago. Played a good amount of snaps last year. Like, had a stack going crazy. His celebrations were the best. Shout out the boy Hank, getting married to the love of his life, the girl he's been dating for years now, Ellie. Congrats to y'all too. You're on your honeymoon. Love you guys. That's my Memphis moment of the week.
That was awesome wedding. Awesome wedding. Congrats to you guys.
A lot of high noons were in.
Yes. They were indulged for sure. My Memphis moment of the week is my girlfriend moving in with me here in Memphis in the house. I don't know if she's listening. She's watching TV, but she's getting a shout out. We got the house ready, house looking good. Trent and Jonah came over. Got the house looking good. So that's my Memphis moment of the week. Something to be proud of right there.
I will say this. I walked in mentally convinced to immediately talk shit to Avery about how it didn't look good. Like, stuff like that. Just to, like, you know what I'm saying? Immediately just like, yeah, this is what you brought me over here for. I couldn't even. Like, I opened the door, completely different house. Like, it's fire. She did a great job. So shout out to Avery. That's a well-deserved Memphis moment.
Hey man, the girls are the decorators, not us.
Yeah.
If it was the
That is
boys,
very
it
true.
would be flags, jerseys, and that's it.
Dude, literally, bro. Look, all right, bro. All right, hold on.
No, I've seen your room, bro.
Yeah.
It's flags.
That double chain going crazy right now, Jonah.
Like, bro, I put up like 6 flags and literally thought I was him, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like, look at my new room. Like, like, look, yo, flags, baby.
Yeah, Avery comes in, we move in together, and she's like, "So what do you want to do about rugs?" And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, like that
Rugs.
would cross my mind to have a rug in there. Makes so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, she's holding up a lamp right now. Would I have ever had a lamp or a rug or even thought about having a lamp or a rug? No shot.
No.
Dude, yeah, look at my lamp. I got a lamp. Look at it. Oh, dude, I just stepped on this cat. My fault, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, and then today was a rough one. Me and Colby were fighting out there. We run right next to each other,
I saw that photo.
fighting. You know, he's a little in front of me, a little slimmer.
Boys were in the heat.
Hey, but I tell you, if they got it on the way down, they would have saw us right next to each other. I try to keep up on the way down. I'm toast on the way back.
Are my turns not insane though?
Yeah, your turns are quick.
That's how I get the lead because I don't run any faster.
Dude, yeah. No, I mean, I have like decent turns, but it's like, no, I'm always like, I try. I'm like, all right, quick turn. And then right when you get to that line, I'm like, like I want to stop running so bad right now. Like,
Oh God.
yeah.
Well, should I hit an exit?
Hit it. We got 2 minutes.
Podcast for me, dude. I feel like if I could stand up and walk around the whole time,
Bro, I think he would have had a great time on today's show.
Dude, I know, bro. I'm sad I missed him.
Colby was asking all the NFL questions for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Workouts and everything.
Yeah.
You gotta ask him about those boys up front. What do they mean to you?
He appreciates them.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. We talked about the long snapper position. That's all that matters.
Good job, dude.
We'll run it back with him, though. We'll get you on there.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's it for another episode of the Triple Crown podcast. Jonah just showed up late because the world's running around his time. So thanks for showing up, Jonah.
I was in a sexual assault meeting. It's mandatory, and I love to do it, and I learned. I didn't miss it on purpose. I had to be somewhere. And they didn't tell us until today, so I couldn't plan accordingly.
He was being a good boy.
Oh, Lord, cock crap.
Well, anyways, Jonah's cramping, but shout out Trent. Thank you for the interview. It was a great podcast. And from Colby, Jonah, and Tim, we're out.
Get out.
Triple Crown podcast, baby, with Jonah Gamble, Joseph Temp, and Colby Cox.
Oh, yeah. Tell everybody. Tell the whole world.